What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Folks, we got ourselves some brand new modes coming out very soon. Some big releases, including a national level hunter and, quite honestly, probably one of the most hype raids we've all been waiting for, that is in Kamish. All of this should be dropping very soon, and you guys know, if you're not aware, you guys do know now, at least for me, is that the Korean live stream, the devs actually pushed back their live stream purposely in order to encapsulate everything that's going to be coming out in the next month, which is this month, end of the month specifically. So we do have a little bit of time, guys, before we see the likes of Christopher Reed, Kamish, and everything else dropping. But let's talk a little bit about what you have to wait for, what you have to look forward to, and what to expect when it finally drops. Before I do that, though, I want to remind everybody, guys, Content Creator Program did end this season. If you have not extended, which many of you unfortunately did not extend, unfortunately the codes won't be able to send you any further. But the new season starts on Wednesday. So starting this Wednesday, you'll be able to re-support yet again. So make sure you do click that for further codes in season 14. I want to thank everybody who did support. And if you are continuing to support, remember to go join the Discord. Anyone who is a supporter has a chance to win $100. My top number one supporter, BW Panda, yet again for another season. Thank you, my G. We'll get $200, and then top 100 will get another chance at $150 through giveaway. So please make sure you join that. Also, if you are interested in Pokemon, remember I have a Pokemon channel plus a Pokemon Discord and a website to buy. Mega Dreams coming out this week, and we're going in on opening a ton of packs for everybody. So don't forget that, guys. Now, let's talk a little bit about what to expect and what's coming out. Now, before I go any further with that part, guys, also the slvshop.nemerald.com also has this daily gift. Make sure you log in every day, guys, and get yourself this little spin. See what we get today. Oh, what? What do you mean? I did my thing already. So it looks like mine's not ready yet for some odd reason. I did not get anything there. Did I? Oh, let me log back in. I should have technically got something. There it is. That was weird. It gave me an error. Okay, I got 30. So I got another 30 Essence Stones. Hey, listen, 30's 30. Take advantage of it. It's free. You can get up to 5,000. I've seen some people hit 500 recently. So definitely do that. Now, a couple more things to obviously expect down the line when it comes down to this month. If you go to the Solo Leveling Twitter, right now they've already got a end of year update. An event will begin soon. Enjoy the last month of 2025 with Solo Leveling Arise. You guys can see here we have Christopher Reed in his normal attire, which we see him in the mansion in the manhwa quite a bit, actually, in the light novels, I guess. So you guys can see Child's birthday is also on the 24th, so there's probably going to be some sort of a celebration there. But of course, Christmas is coming, and from what we see from here, let's see how much longer we have for Laura, because Laura's ending is the beginning of 15 days, so 2 weeks away, guys. So 2 weeks away, so a little over 2 weeks, we should be expecting Christopher Reed to drop, and we should be getting more news. So which means probably around the 18th is when we're probably going to see 17th, the 17th. So technically we'll get the live stream on the 16th or 17th, and then we'll see him release on the 18th, which will lead into Christmas, of course, and then into the new year for brand new stuff. Now, a couple things to remember here, guys, that is going to be very important. Christopher Reed, in fact, is going to be the next national level hunter, which in turn means we may see this come into play. Now, the leaks originally said he may be a breaker. Now that has changed, of course, and as the files change, the information will change as well. Remember, these are leaks. Please take this with a grain of salt, as we always do. I know a lot of people wanted me to kind of cover this, so I'm going to cover it. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it real quick. But before I do that, let me move myself out of the way up top here, and then we can go ahead and talk about this. Okay, so first off, if you guys didn't remember this is fairly new. A new combat system is coming into play called Attribute Infusion and Overload. And the way this works essentially is that your characters, not specifically just Christopher Reed, I feel like he's going to be the newest one that will kind of bring this into light and into the game, but he's probably going to be the best one at it in order for him to sell really well, right? Now, this system works a little bit differently than what we currently have. It's called Attribute Infusion. So the way it works is when hunters are attacking enemies with attribute skills, they will accumulate a gauge, and once the gauge reaches its threshold called attribute overload, and this is of course a working title, it will be triggered. And essentially what it allows you to do, it's a new mechanic distinct from existing break systems. So there's going to be three layers. It's going to be the HP, the break system, and then this overload system. And this overload system essentially is a special state that allows hunters to do even more damage for a limited time. Our team expects this system will significantly expand the strategic choices available to hunters, and then all hunters can so this is key. All hunters can contribute to attribute infusion with their respective skills, but the efficiency will vary depending on each hunter's position and skill characteristics. So what better way to introduce Christopher Reed with this system than to make him the marquee character to bring this new attribute overload into the game, right? At the forefront, especially to make him the best at it, because we don't need a breaker for fire. We definitely don't need a DPS for fire. Quite honestly, we don't even really need support's probably the only thing we really kind of would want to replace with Gina. She's fine as is for now. But if we're introducing a brand new system into the play, this is the best way to do it, is introduce a national level hunter that has something that's better than the rest. And this would be a fantastic way to do it. Now, hunters can select different strategies depending on the type of enemy. Previously, it was common to build a team composition around breakers when facing an enemy with a break gauge. Now when facing enemies without, this is clear, without a break gauge, building a team around attribute overload become another core strategy. Now this is going to be big because not all bosses and all enemies have break stages, right? For example, Dvorka doesn't have a break stage. The guild bosses, some of them don't have break stages. So there's going to be like even the BOT, not like Battlefield of Time, but Battlefield Trials. There's a lot of trials that don't have any bosses or break stages. So this is where you're going to want to bring your attribute overload places in. So through the combination of break and attribute overload, we hope hunters will experience deeper and more engaging combat. Now, this is what kind of got me thinking about this, because the leak was that he's not necessarily, the key word was not necessarily a breaker. Now, he might be a combination still, because you can see here, this is what kind of gave it away for me, through the combination of break and attribute overload. So he might actually end up being both a breaker and an attribute overload character, which would be very unique, on top of it giving him the pure DPS aspect of things, making him the most multifaceted breaker overload character we have in the game, which again, for a national level hunter, quite honestly, should be the case. They deserve to be a step above the rest only because of the status. But again, we cannot compare, guys, and I always say this, we cannot compare a national level hunter from the manhwa to a national level hunter in the game. They're two different things, unfortunately, even though they're the same person, right? So additionally, our team is considering various support mechanisms to back up this major change. However, these mechanisms will be introduced after we determine the new combat system has been fully established, with prior explanations provided to hunters in advance. So this is the crazy part. During the December Developer Live, we will introduce the SLC 2026, so look forward to that during the next Korean live stream, seasonal events, and variety of other updates to keep hunters informed and engaged. And then right here, you can see the upcoming Developer Live stream will take place in early December instead of November to coincide with the various other changes. So you guys can see they're planning to hopefully introduce this in with Christopher Reed. Now, with any new introduction of new content, new working titles, new mechanisms, whatever the case may be, we're going to have a plethora of bugs, guys. So get ready for that. This is not a joke. I hate saying this, but we're going to be we're not going to be bug free of this game ever. This is going to be something that's going to come out and have a ton of bugs probably with it. With that being said, though, we should also look forward to the fact that Kamish is supposed to be coming out as well too, with a story and raid revolving the national level hunters, which again coincides with the release of another national level hunter. And then of course, in the month of January, guys, we're supposed to have Igris, which may or may not be a dark breaker. So there's some rumors go around that he actually might end up being a windbreaker. Please, God, don't do that. Just give us a damn good dark breaker so we can work with our dark team. But that's the news, guys, right now. So Christopher Reed coming out may actually bring us a plethora of new things with him, including this new attribute overload, which could change the face of the game and the way we play it and the way we structure our teams. All right, folks, if you liked this content, if you did enjoy this news, please leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to do that. And also on Wednesday, don't forget to support your boy on the brand new content creator program. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.